Hi friends, it's Joan at 10 Pentacles Tarot, and this is the video I never thought I would make. I'm going to call it the Ouija board video. And if I were talented at adding things like music, I would cue the scary music right now. Ooh. Okay, but seriously, let's talk. All right, so I have three different boards here that you might call Ouija boards. Okay, this is the first one I got. And this is by Terminaz. I am not sure what possessed me to get this, but I saw it on Amazon and I thought it looked really cool. Plus it was cheap. It was like, I want to say it was less than $15. I think it might be $15 or less. And then if you got their special deal, you got this finger labyrinth, and then it was like $17.99 for both pieces. Excuse me, and we'll talk about this one in a minute. So this is considered this a product review. So when I got made in China, all right, we'll say that. It was, it says Terminaz Ouija board, talking spirit board. And it was, it came mushed in the box, mushed flat, which is okay because it's a flat piece, but that always makes me sad when the boxes are smooshed. And then the back says, the talking board, also known as a spirit board, is a flat board with letters, numbers, and other symbols printed on it. It is used as a tool for communicating with spirits, usually by having participants lightly place their fingers on a planchette which moves around the board to spell out messages supposedly from the spirit world. The board has been a popular form of divination and communication with the afterlife since its introduction in the late 19th century. It's often used in seances and paranormal investigations. All right, that's all it says. Now, I have not yet used a Ouija board. Let me just put that, and I'm not saying I'm going to use one, but somehow my curiosity was aroused and I bought these. Okay, they've been sitting in my house for well over a month and I haven't done, well, okay, that's not really true. A person I know came over who is versed in these things and knows what to do with them, and he, for better or worse, and he did use this one actually in my house, and I did not do any part of it. I just watched, and I have to say that nothing weird has happened since then. Nothing any weirder than just normal stuff that happens. Okay, so it didn't open a portal. It didn't bring anything weird in my house. Nothing's going on here. So at least we can say that. That, however, did not encourage me to use it on my own. So, yeah, no. All right, so let's look. Now, the reason I thought this was so cool is because it's just pretty. So, okay, this is the really cheap box. That's fine. I'm going to just put it aside so we can see. Oh, no, I won't, because then the next thing will show. Okay, so it comes in this plastic bag, and it comes with a little brochure, which we'll look at in a minute. And it's made out of, it's very thin, but it's strong. It's in case you're wanting to do this. I saw one at a local shop, and it was very similar to this, but it was pink. It was beautiful, and this gold was like, this part that looks goldish was like, metallic gold. I mean, it was gorgeous, but it was $120, and I thought, well, for something I'm really not going to use or intend to use, I can't pay that kind of money, but it's very beautiful. But anyway, this one's, it's approximately 1/8 of an inch thick. I don't know if you can see that. And it looks like particle board, or it could be wood. I really can't tell. Maybe it's a very thin wood. But anyway, it's printed. This is all printed on here. It feels, where the designs are, it feels rough. So we have your usual Ouija board things here. We have, yes, no. Oh, we have maybe on this one, the ABCs, the numbers 1 through 10, hello and goodbye. Okay, and then it comes with, and this is not very big actually. Let me grab a ruler and show you. This board is pretty small. From the widest part here, it measures 8.5 by 11. Well, let's go from one butterfly to the next, or one bumpy thing to the next. So it's like 8.5 by 11 and 5/8. All right, so it's pretty small. I mean, I guess that's all you need, but okay, anyway, that's the board. So I think as far as it goes, it's pretty attractive. I like it. The planchette is also made out of the same material. Comes in this little plastic bag. Did I mention I'm not planning to play with these? Yeah. And okay, so the planchette has got the hole through the middle like that. It's got the butterfly on it. And of course, when you do it, it shows through, yes, you know, like that. You lightly hold your fingers on it, moves around the board, and you can see the letters and the numbers and the notes and the words through it. Okay, so that's the planchette that comes with. And again, it's made out of the same material, plain brown on the back. And did I show you the back of this one? Yeah, it's just, okay. All right, so let's look at the little book. Talking Board, Guide to Talk with the Spirits. And actually, I appreciated this when I read it because it's not as, it's a little bit more helpful than I thought it might be. The talking board, also known as the Ouija board, is a flat board marked with the letters of the alphabet, the numbers 0 through 9, and the words yes and no. It's used in combination with a small heart-shaped piece called a planchette, which is placed on the board. Users place their fingers lightly on the planchette and ask spirits or supernatural entities questions and believe that the planchette will move to spell out the answers. The board is often used as a tool for communicating with spirits or receiving guidance from the supernatural realm. It tells you sit in a circle with your friends, have everyone place their index and middle finger on the planchette and start asking yes or no questions. When you're finished or when the spirits stop answering, say goodbye to end your Ouija board session. And then the game setup. Pick a quiet place to hold your seance, cleanse your space to remove negative energy, place your Ouija board on a table, burn some incense to set the mood. Gathering around the board, invite at least one friend to join you. According to the rules of Ouija, you need more than one person to use the board. Ask people who believe in the spirit world, who are at least open-minded. You don't want a skeptic scaring away the ghosts. Okay, then take notes. Sit in a circle around the board. Place your index and middle fingers on the planchette. Pick a medium to lead the session. Your medium will start and end your session, and they'll lead the questioning. If any of you are sensitive to spirits, ask them to be the medium. Otherwise, choose whoever feels the most comfortable taking the lead. Anyone can use a Ouija board, so don't worry if none of you feel psychically gifted. You'll still be able to talk to spirits through the board. It talks about asking questions, welcome positive spirits into space, ask if there's a spirit with you, wait for an answer, which could take a little time. Start with easy yes/no question. Watch the planchette spell out an answer. Keep asking questions until the spirit stops talking or you get scared. Now, under each of these topics, there's more. I just don't want to read the whole thing and bore you to death. Be skeptical about what the board tells you. Thank you very much. Talking boards are super fun, it says, but they're not always accurate. Spirits aren't able to see into the future, and they're not aware of everything that's happening everywhere. Your spirit guest isn't going to know who you're going to marry or when your bestie is going to die. Since ghosts can lie, they take everything they say with a grain of salt. Okay, then saying goodbye. Thank the spirit board for talking to you. Say goodbye to end the session. Put your board away till next time. And then there's some tips. Some spirits haven't had communication in many years. Be patient with them and polite. You're calling them, not the other way around. Lots of ghost stories start with a Ouija board, but there's no reason to worry. If you're afraid, check out these instructions for using a Ouija board safely. Okay, and then warnings. Don't ask when you or someone else is going to die. Spirits are just like people, so they can't predict the future. You're more likely to get a joke response that could make you scared for no reason. Spirits can totally lie to you. Don't believe everything your board tells you because your ghost could be a prankster. Never ask for a physical sign that the spirit is there because you're inviting the ghost to move things in your home. Okay, that's good advice. All right, so that is the talking board by Terminaz. And if you got the good deal, this is a finger labyrinth. So what you're supposed to do, oh, and it comes with this this thing to hang it with, which is kind of fun. I actually like this, but my problem with the finger board, okay, the finger labyrinth. So what you do to get into a calm and focused state, place your finger on the entrance and trace the path. Reach the center, trace back out, reflect on your experience as needed, and then the finger labyrinth is a type of labyrinth used for meditation and relaxation. So the concept sounds really good, and I thought, well, hey, for $3 or whatever, I'll try it. So this is what it looks like. It is approximately 4¼ inches in diameter. It has a little hole, so you can use this string to hang it with. And I guess, yeah, this goes around it, and you hang it up. And I'm not sure. Well, this is going to take a little work to get this on here, so, but you get the idea, right? Okay, so I'm not going to bother with that. So you start at the outside and you trace. Okay, now I don't know if you can tell what my problem is here, but it would be fun, but my fingers are too big for these little holes. I need wider finger parts and maybe a bigger labyrinth, because this is for tiny fingers. I mean, I can do it, I guess. Yeah, I guess if I put my finger at the top. Okay, well, that makes sense. And then you go back out. Okay, I can see how this could be relaxing. So, yeah. I guess I was trying to get my finger too deep into the groove, because the groove's about 1/8 of an inch thick. So, yeah. So there's that. Okay, so that came with the deal. Maybe the deal's still on. If you like this talking board, if that's something you want to do, you might want to get the 2 pieces for like $17.99 or whatever the deal is. Don't quote me on that, because I'm just going from memory, which isn't too hot sometimes. All right, there you go. So there's that. Now, this is the regular Ouija board that you can get at Barnes & Noble, which is where I got this one. Now, I'm just going to show you real quick. Okay, this is it. It's for ages 8 and up for 2 or more players. It says sturdy wood board with original graphics. If you've never looked at one of these inside, I will just, I'll satisfy your curiosity here. Will my parents let me go to the concert? What should I wear? Does Tommy know I like him? Who told him? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, you can see where that's directed. Okay, ask a question and wait to see what answer the mystifying oracle will reveal to you. All right. Okay. Anyway, I don't know. These are right around between $25 and $30, so they're not very cheap, really. This is what the board looks like. You've seen this baby before, haven't you? It says it's sturdy wood. It feels like vinyl. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry. If you can see the, like, texture on the back. I guess it's made out of wood, but it's got this finish on the back. It's got, of course, yes, no. It doesn't have maybe, and it doesn't have hello, but it has goodbye. All the letters and numbers. And then the planchette for this one has a plastic thing here. So I guess when you move it, it's easier to go on the board and find your... It's really moves smoothly here. So there's that. And this is plastic with plastic. And they say if you look through here, you can see spirits. But you know what? I always do that and then nothing shows up. So, which is good. I don't really want to see anything like that. All right, not right now anyway. Okay, here we go. So that is that Ouija board. And then, do you know what? I've had a Ouija board for years and I didn't even know it because I have had the Kreskin's ESP board. Now, that's not a Ouija board, you say? Yeah, this is a 1960s toy that I have reviewed. There's a whole review of this on my... have you tried this playlist? I think it's like metaphysical, I don't know, the playlist. I'll put it in the description box because I forget what it is. But I do have a review of this on my channel. After you hit like 950 videos, you can't remember them all. But this was way from the like I got mine. This is not the original one that I had. This is one that I ordered from eBay, I think, eBay. And it is the same one I had when I was a kid, and that was in the 1960s, and this was made by Milton Bradley. And this is an ESP thing, but will the mystery pendulum answer your questions about love, career, and so on? And let me show you why I consider this a Ouija board. Because what happens here, what comes with this, old-fashioned little thing is, and it has a lot more. It has ESP like test, but it has this. Look, if this is not a Ouija board, I don't know what is. We have all the letters. You flip it around. We have numbers 1 through 9 and a 0, and then we have yes, no. Okay, so there you have it. You have everything but goodbye on here. And if you're smart, you'll write it right here in Sharpie marker if you're going to play with this thing. All right, so anyway, that is a Ouija board that I've had forever. And when I was a kid, I would use it all the time. Nothing weird happened. This one doesn't have a planchette. It has a really fat, it has a really fat pendulum. That's kind of cool in a way. And it's plastic. And it comes on a little chain. I like that. So, yeah, this was the first. My mom bought me this for, I think my mom, my mom and I never had this conversation. She passed a few years ago, and I wish I had had this conversation with her, because my mom was a lot more mystical than I ever realized. She bought me this when I was a kid. She bought me Chinese divination sticks when I was a kid. So, like, she was kind of into this stuff, and I actually never knew it. So, anyway, if your mom seems like that, just ask her some questions about it. So, also, and you know what? People make their own Ouija boards. They just get a piece of cardboard, and they put letters on it. Yes, no, hello, goodbye. And they do it that way. People also use, the person I was talking about earlier, that uses Ouija boards quite a bit. Uses his computer keyboard with a pendulum. So if you're gonna do it, there's a lot of creative ways to do it. I am not recommending it because I, along with you, probably have seen every scary movie and watched every warning video about Ouija boards. So I have yet to do it. I'm 65 years old. I don't know if I'll ever get to it, and I don't know if I want to ever get to it. But there it is, just in case you're interested. So friends, I want to thank you for being with me today. Please leave a comment and let me know, what's your take on this? Have you used them? Did anything bad happen? Do you think it's all a bunch of hogwash? What's your opinion? I'd love to know. So, anyway, I appreciate you so much more than you'll ever know. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it is where you are, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.